Ladies and gentlemen, we got some awful news for TikTok users and TikTok shop store owners. The Congress in the US is calling for a ban on TikTok shop, and this time it's looking very serious. It's not the first time that this has happened. We've been hearing about talks of TikTok getting banned for years, really since the beginning of TikTok's massive rise. But now it's getting serious. It's getting passed on in Congress, and it's actually getting approved. Now, of course, the process here is going to take a while to actually happen, so we're going to dive into it in this video to sort of ease your mind if you're a TikTok shop owner or if you're a TikTok shop creator. But this is very crazy, and TikTok is actually going really hard this time at stopping this potential ban, which again tells you how serious it actually is. So this is the TikTok post that you can see when you log into TikTok right now in the US. It says, "Stop a TikTok shutdown. Congress is planning a total ban of TikTok. Speak up now before your government strips 170 million Americans of their constitutional right to free expression. This will damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless creators across the country, and deny artists an audience. Let Congress know what TikTok means to you and tell them to vote no." So they are really infiltrating the US population here to try to get them to not go through with this shutdown. And it's pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like this happen. It's kind of wild also how many users TikTok actually has. So I understand why the US would want to ban this. This is definitely a national security issue. And I think, honestly, it's not a terrible idea to ban it, but also TikTok is absolutely right about how many millions of people are going to be damaged by these changes. However, let's say that it does get banned. I do think the mitigation, or rather the people that are going to be leaving the platform, they're not just going to go nowhere, right? They're going to go to Meta for Reels. They're going to go to YouTube for YouTube Shorts. And I think it's just going to exponentially increase the success of those platforms, which are US based. So in the end, it's going to be fine. I think what this does do, though, is put a little bit of incentive for users to maximize the earning potential of the platform right now, and also to start sort of hedging your bets by getting some content out on other platforms, by setting up a Meta shop, by setting up a YouTube shop, a Shopify store, an Amazon storefront, all these things that are going to allow you to still make money and not suffer too much if TikTok does go down. So that's really the biggest thing about this, is that a lot of people could get hurt. So it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to look good. And yeah, if it doesn't get banned, again, that still poses a national security threat to the US. So I don't know. I'm not really sure where I stand in this issue right now, to be honest, because we do a lot of work with TikTok shops at my agency, Ecommerce. We run TikTok shop ads for brands. We even have a creator server. So we like to, put together some of our clients with those creators. And, obviously that's going to completely change if this gets passed. But at the same time, those strategies are not mutually exclusive to TikTok. In fact, Meta is pretty much just as good, or at least it will be just as good as TikTok with their shops. And obviously Meta ads are the most powerful advertising platform in the world, though TikTok is pretty good too. But yeah, I mean, here's an article that kind of discusses it a little bit further. But to be kind of honest with you, you can summarize it here by what this guy said. He replied to my post and he said, "It still has to go through General House." I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's just the House of Representatives, then Senate, then Biden's desk. Last time it got stopped in the Senate, I'm pretty sure, and I think after Biden's desk, TikTok has 180 days to sell to a US company. If it doesn't and get passed, then there's still 90 days for people to adjust, and then you can download it from a new phone. I personally don't think it's going to go all the way through, but it's election year, so they might try everything they can. I agree. I don't think this is going to go through anytime soon. I think we at least have 180 days till this gets passed potentially, and then another 180 days until it actually goes through. So a whole year that we can use to really squeeze as much juice as we can from TikTok. And yeah, this is pretty crazy. I mean, it's kind of wild to watch these things happening on the internet right now with social media platforms and how they blend in with commerce. I think TikTok is the leading commerce social media platform right now, even though obviously, like I said, Meta is doing great. YouTube now has shops. So everything is looking good for e-commerce store owners. But if you're TikTok only, then this is probably very scary. However, in this next year, like I mentioned, you have a lot of time to really, really hone in on your strategy and maximize the earning potential of your business. And I think this can even be a good angle to incentivize people to shop on your shop, since they're going to want to support you if they know you're going to get shut down. But that's about it for this video. Peace.